Would it surprise you to find out that not everybody is excited to inherit a property? This is Ron Weiss Sikarski for the Black Hole of Real Estate, and I wanted to let you know that every week we hear from people that are given properties, that inherit properties, handed down to them by somebody that really cares for them, that wants them to have it. And you would think it would be an exciting time. And there are times that it is. I mean, for real. But along with that, there can be a lot of stress, anxiety, and some problems that need to be solved. So I want to spend a little time talking about the good side. You worked hard and you planned well and you had a property that you're able to pay off and you wanted to leave it to your family so they can enjoy it or use it or live it or move into it or do something with it. And for the most part, that's really, really good. And it works out a lot of times that way. If you've done your estate planning very, very well and you've designated to who it goes to, then there's a real good chance that might be able to avoid probate, save a lot of time with the attorneys, save some fees, and save some anxiety among the people that either thought they're going to inherit or did inherit, and if there's any ill feelings about that, because it's your decision, it just goes to them. So that's a really good thing. Now, the unexpected stuff, when a property is handed to somebody, sometimes they don't know what's coming. Or maybe they live a few states away, or they're working jobs or have families and kids where they don't have time to maintain it. They're probably not going to move into it because it's their own home. And they're not quite sure what to do with it. So what we find out is there's property taxes that could be due, insurance, there's maintenance, there's utility bills, there's the yard maintenance, there's anything that can go wrong in a house. Is everything mechanically doing well, or does it need a roof or an AC? You see, a lot of these things could be put off a little bit. And let's face it, you don't replace a roof till it's ready. You don't replace your air conditioner until it's completely broken and not fixed. But what if you inherit this property and you owe some taxes and you've got to pay every month to keep all the utilities on and you got to pay for the insurance? Maybe these were things you didn't budget for. And if you're not budgeting for that, all of a sudden a financial burden, shows up when it should have been a happy occasion. Now, when a family is facing that and they're not going to move into it, they could sell it, which means they may have to spruce it up and empty it out and get it ready for sale. But maybe, just maybe, they're not ready to use it now, but they would like to use it in the future. And there is a good chance what they might be able to do is rent it out. And if that's the case, they may seek the help of a property manager to get the property prepped and ready to go on the rental market. And that could be a good thing too. It'll give them some income, at least to defray against all the expenses that they're going to have. And there are expenses to owning a house, even if it's free and clear. I think we all realize that. But when the time comes, like, whew, it's more than I thought it was. And many homes are $500 to $1,000 a month, even if they're free and clear. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you're thinking of giving a property to a family member, through inheritance, as you pass on, or for some reason, just understand that there's a financial responsibility that comes along with it that they may or may not be ready for. They may end up choosing to sell the home because they either don't have the time, the energy, or the money to keep the property, or they could rent it until they're ready for it. But those are the things that most people are facing on the inheritance. So again, not a terrible thing, but if somebody's not prepared for it, not expecting it, it creates a little bit more hardship or a little friction where none really should exist. And as far as the estate planning, I'll leave that between you and your attorney. But if there's ever any disagreement about whose property it is, you can solve that as the owner, and that would make it a lot easier for those, that you want to leave it to. So if you got questions, definitely drop us a line below. Hey, hit the subscribe button and give us a like. This is Ron Weiss Sikarski for the Black Hole of Real Estate.